Welcome back to Tech Stack for the Trades. I'm Corey Byron. I'm here to help you learn systems, software, automations, things to help you run a smoother trades business with less chaos, hopefully get you back more time and more profit. Hey, good morning, guys. I am Corey. I own Van City Electric. This is Greg from Legends Stoneworks, and we're on the YouTube show Tech Stack for the Trades. We're going to do a little impromptu, podcast today, talking about Jobber and any other tech things that we feel like talking about today. And take it away, Greg. Greg's going to show us how he uses his Jobber, and I'm hoping I get a few pointers as he brings me through his journey here.
Yeah, we've both been using Jobber for a long while now, so we're always curious to see how other guys are using it, what they do, because everyone will use things a little bit differently. Everyone likes different stuff, and Jobber has like so many tools. So I kind of just wanted to show, kind of how we are doing things. One thing that I've been wanting to use more is like the whole client portal.
Nice.
So
Okay.
recently I did an entire job from like the very first lead to invoicing and like the aftercare all through the portal.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I thought that was really cool. And it was with like a woman who was like in her 70s, maybe 80.
So was
So
this her booking her stuff through Client Portal?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and so we can kind of see like all the messaging was done through there. Is it snowing outside?
No,
What is that?
it's birds.
Oh, it's like
It
what?
does look like snow.
It's a clear blue sky. Okay,
Interesting.
sorry, I'm easily.
No, that's all right.
So if we look at her name was Kathleen.
Okay.
Um, I guess maybe the lead didn't come through on the portal here. And then you can see we've talked. I don't know why it won't let me scroll through here now.
I love your message here. This is just a good tip, I think, even for myself. Here's our quote, and we actually have time in the schedule next week for you.
Yeah,
Not just here's our quote. Please approve it, and we'll talk about scheduling
yeah,
hopefully one day.
yeah. I like having some kind of timeline
Yeah, I like
for
that.
my
I gotta do that
clients.
more.
I think it's really important for them to know because that's a whole nother selling feature. It's just like
I,
they've spent all the time and research on finding you. And if they feel like in whatever, they might have their own timeline in their mind. And I want to make sure like that they know that we are going to be ready when you are, kind of thing.
I think it creates urgency too. Like, hey, we
Exactly.
have this spot.
Yeah,
Do you want to do this?
totally.
Interesting.
So she had some concerns. This was like basically a property where she had a job done and it wasn't done properly, and now this retaining wall was failing in her backyard.
And you're doing this all through the Jobber messaging,
Yeah,
which is also something I don't do a lot of. Usually,
yeah,
I swear I would just be on email a lot.
yeah,
But I kind of like this because it's all fully tracked.
yeah. And so you can kind of see
This would be a good one for my admin. Instead of
exactly.
this email, and my admin will email back and forth with the client, and she'll copy and paste the emails
Yeah,
in Jobber,
yeah. It's so
which
much
is a little
time.
bit silly.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
anyone can kind of see this.
I love
And
this.
then, so we had a few things where we revised the quote.
I should put this on. There. This is perfect. I'm already like getting good stuff from this. Okay, keep
Yeah.
going. So yeah, you revised the quote.
We revised it and ended up kind of increasing the scope.
Uh,
So we have a little bit of like some feedback here from the client, then me just kind of explaining it, and then we ended up like agreeing on the price, and then we booked her right away. Saw her Monday.
and
Boom.
that price increase, there was obviously a legit reason for it that she wasn't expecting
I think
Like you didn't just willy-nilly do that.
no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Like I met with her in person. I explained kind of like our process. I looked at what needed to get done, and I was kind of like, hey, like if you want this fixed properly, we need to increase the scope to like let's do this whole wall.
Okay.
So you
Yeah,
never
yeah,
have
yeah.
problems again.
Yeah.
And know what I've been doing is I've been guaranteeing our work for the lifetime of that
Wow.
customer.
Interesting.
So as long as you're living at that house with that same project, we're gonna back that up. We
Oh,
kind of do that
wow.
anyways. I'm like, why am I not
Yeah, yeah,
telling
yeah.
people about this? Because
Yeah.
like what we do is literally set in stone. So like we have
Yeah.
to make sure we do
That's a
it
great
right the
tagline.
first time.
That's a good tagline.
Yeah. So like we have to make sure that we are doing the job perfectly from the very start because it's gonna last forever. I don't want to look at one little stone that's crooked, and I don't want to have to come back to jobs that like this one where it's failing after basically 2 winters.
Interesting. I
And
wonder, and now you're getting me thinking, of course, because electrical is very similar, right?
yeah,
If I install a panel for you,
yeah,
it should literally last
yeah,
forever
exactly.
in a way. Now, like sometimes a light will die, or like, so I wonder if there could be some exceptions to
Oh, of
why,
course, yeah.
yeah.
Like if
But like
it's
a stone isn't really gonna fail for you, I
no,
imagine, you
and in
know.
that case, I'm still gonna uphold the products that I'm installing because I know my manufacturer is gonna back me up and be like, yeah, if there's a defect with a stone or if it's fading too fast, if you're
Interesting.
using that, then like
Hey, you got my mind thinking
so
here. I
because
need to
like
up
both
my
of us,
warranty. My cheesy little 1 year warranty is sounds like bullshit compared to your warranty. Now
why
I
not,
love
right?
no, yours sounds like what peace of mind. You went out, you saw this woman, the price was way more than she thought. She met you, got your vibe, and then you said, and it's warranted for as long as you live here.
Yeah,
Like,
I was kind of thinking, and I got a lot of a little bit of flack from my guys being like, why are you offering this? Like, we can't offer that. I was
yeah,
like, we already do this.
yeah,
Like, if any one of my clients called me 5 years after we installed the project and they had issues with it, and it was like specifically from something that like we might have done wrong, of course I'm gonna come and fix that.
yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Like, why wouldn't
totally.
I offer that?
Yeah, okay,
So
cool, very cool.
so you can see, yeah, like it goes into, and this is an add-on with Jobber that I love is it automatically sends out a request for a review.
Amazing.
So what we're kind of adding on to that, so we're adding that to ourselves. You have a lot of reviews. I've been really pushing into that as well.
For sure.
And so when I sell the job, it's just like, okay, and like I kind of let them know, like, hey, we'd love a review at the end of it.
Are you using Jobber reviews?
Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah.
so they're showing up on your quotes.
They're showing up
Yeah, I
in
love
our
that. That's
quotes.
really nice.
Yeah, that's really nice.
I think that's the coolest part
And I
about it.
think for these clients to kind of see like, oh, like these last three reviews, like these are all within the last 2 weeks. In the last 2 weeks, we've gotten, I think, seven like 5-star Google
Yeah.
reviews.
Dang, that's a good feature.
And like, why, if you think about when you're shopping for anything right now, I'm going straight to the reviews to see like
Yeah,
what's happening
they
now,
all
like
are. We
especially
get hired all the time that people they just mention it. They're like, we saw the reviews.
yeah, like
Um,
why not, right?
The other thing about reviews I'm noticing is I'm getting people from the States or from like Ontario
Yeah.
that are, for whatever reason, needing to hire someone here. Like we're doing this job at the Cartier store, the
Okay.
bracelet store, whatever, downtown Vancouver.
Yeah.
And they're like, I think it's a French company, but they don't know anyone in Vancouver. Like they don't have electrician here. So what
No.
do? They go straight to Google.
Yeah. I got a funny story with that just happened last week where I had a phone call come in and it was from like a US number. And so I answer it and
She even put a picture. That's so nice.
yeah, yeah, this is from a client that we did work for a couple of years ago, and she just wanted a receipt. I was like, "Hey, can we get a
Amazing.
review while we're at it?"
Amazing.
And
Yeah.
so,
And I'm
uh,
assuming 69 reviews in Chilliwack is probably the most. Is there even anyone
oh,
more than that?
in my field of work,
Yeah.
yeah, by far,
Okay.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
For sure. And we want to, and so this one right here, this woman, Lindsay, she called me. She had um Mason install a fireplace in her home, and it kind of went a little south on her. So
Sure.
she wanted a second opinion. I think she saw our Instagram online, and had installed the same exact stone that she got installed. And so she's like, I'm gonna give this guy a call. I want a second opinion, basically.
Oh, I see.
And
Yeah.
so,
He doesn't even
um,
live here.
no, she lives in like Tennessee,
Oh my Lord.
I
If I didn't
think.
live thousands of miles away, I would have hired them in a heartbeat.
Yeah. So like I answered, like
Yeah. Yeah.
we shared a bunch of photos, and I gave her kind of my advice. And all I said was like, if this was my home, this is how I'd fix
Of
it,
course. Yeah.
kind of thing. Or
Yeah.
this is how I'd want it to be
This is
done.
how I'd spend my money,
Yeah, in this
basically.
situation, it was like a bunch of really white, bright white caulking that the mason installed
Oh
instead of
yeah.
grout, and it
Okay.
ended up just sticking out like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
sore thumb. So I was able to help her solve the problem,
Huh.
and I don't want to take like payment for that and stuff. I'm like, hey, just give us a review
Yeah. Yeah.
online, and
Totally.
like people will be able to see that. And
So good.
so it was like a cool opportunity to see like one, we're being noticed online. We've been able to kind of like do a few collaborations with some of our manufacturers for stone that we do. And two, that like, yeah, I was able to like help someone out
And
because
Jobber's sending that review request out when you invoice? Is that how they do
yeah,
it?
yeah, it's
First invoice?
first invoice. I
Yeah.
think it's 2 days after the invoice has been paid, then
Oh, paid.
I think I can't remember if it's paid or if it's sent.
Just went sent. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So cool, man. All right.
Yeah. So
I love that.
yeah, I've been really happy with that. It's just been like something that's
Mm,
automated. I don't have to think about
I think
like
your jobbers are the case. Yeah.
asking for a
Yeah.
review again.
Totally. No.
And
I wouldn't. I hear guys, they're like, oh, we pay our guys $30 per Google review that they get, a
mm,
little bonus plan. I'm like, why?
yeah,
I was like, that first of all, I have 900 total reviews, not just Google reviews, but like that would have been a lot of money. I
yeah,
don't know what 900 times 30 is, but it'd be a lot.
yeah, exactly.
Also, software just kind of does it for you.
Exactly.
So I just
Yeah.
don't see the, and
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, how'd you get all those Google reviews?" I'm like, "We just go do a great job. Like
Yeah,
we literally
exactly.
just do what we said we would do."
For sure. Yeah.
So
And I feel like
that's
it does
cool.
take reminders for, so like my guys, they know they're trained to ask for one at the end of the job.
Oh, interesting.
Um,
Yeah, no, we don't even ask.
okay.
Yeah, we just, hey, how's the job? Okay, good, bye.
Yeah.
Like software, we let software do the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
So what else are your clients doing in that client hub there? Because I don't touch on it at all with my clients. I feel like I should actually now that you're.
Yeah, I mean, so like you know that like when the client views a quote, like you'll get a notification
Yep,
with that.
yep.
I like that Jobber lets me know like once they viewed it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be bugging someone if they
That's
haven't.
on your phone, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it can be like right in here as well. But like I don't want to be bothering a client if they haven't looked at my quote yet.
Yeah,
Or maybe that's just good information for me to know. It's just like,
totally.
hey, I can see that you haven't been able to see the quote yet. Did I get the email right? This and
Interesting.
that.
Are you that on top of your quote follow-up that you would sort of know, hey, this person saw it, oh, this guy didn't. I'm gonna reach out tomorrow just to make sure. Like,
Yeah,
because I just I feel like we're sending out so many quotes that like my follow-up is pretty bad.
yeah,
It's something I want to work on
yeah,
is actually sending less quotes, like saying no to a few, doing
yeah,
less quotes, but then using that time to actually do a real follow-up. Because I
right.
think I'm doing bad there.
Yeah, I feel like we might get less leads, but the leads that we do get, I feel like are pretty warm.
Yeah, yeah,
And so I've been trying to get better personally about, yeah, following up and just showing that like, hey, we are very interested in doing this work for you.
I love
I'm
that.
excited about it. I think we could knock it out of the park. This is exactly what we do best,
Yeah,
and
totally.
let's get this done.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I
And
love
let's get
that.
this done next week.
Totally, totally. And then are
So,
you using the sales thing for that? Like,
so yeah, this is something that I'm excited that Jobber has, and I've been like working personally with like my own Jobber consultant. I forget what they call it, but like this guy Ian, he like I love him.
is
Like
he your
he's
ambassador person or no?
he's just my own
It's like a
um
jobber rep.
yeah,
Interesting.
he's not like I forget what he calls himself, but like basically oh, it's like a Jobber key account
Really?
consultant.
Jobber. Where's my key account person?
Yeah.
I want a key account person.
Yeah, I'll hook you up with him. Like he would probably love to take you on as well. So
They've been
Ian,
very nice with me,
yeah,
honestly. They kind of let me in the see the back end. Like I met with the people building this feature actually,
yeah,
and they were kind of quizzing me on what I wanted. And of course, what I want is like way more than probably what they'll build.
yeah,
Just because they're very like cautious and
yeah,
they want to keep it very simple and easy to onboard for people. So, but there's a team working on this and going to be adding more features. So
yeah,
I think this is exciting anyways.
yeah. It is really
So are
exciting.
you in here daily, like staring at this?
I'm not, no, because
Okay.
you can see that like these assessments
Oh
that
yeah, I have
intro,
these
this
too.
one's 600 days old.
I have
So
these.
like
Absolutely, I have these.
Ian is gonna be working with me. We meet at least once a month now, and Ian's gonna be working with me to get all this cleaned up.
Really?
Um,
Wow.
So like I have to basically clear out all my
Yeah,
quotes that are unanswered,
totally.
and then that
Absolutely.
will kind of clear things up. But like we're finding a good way to do that because a lot of these jobs sometimes I'll be talking with like say like a custom home builder for almost 2 years before we actually do the job.
Yeah,
And so like that quote can be sitting in there awaiting reply for a really, really long
for
time.
sure. And
But
that's probably an okay one to leave.
yeah.
But I leave a lot of them in
Yeah, I
there.
leave a lot of them up there too. So I
Yeah.
gotta get that cleaned up. That's on my
I want it to where like you have 200 quotes awaiting response. Like
yeah,
I would love to get this down to like 50
yeah,
where and I know the 50 I'm waiting on
yeah,
instead of two. I mean, there's just so much business in there just
yeah. So like there's no reason why. Of course you can focus on basically your top 20 because these are gonna be all the most recent. But
Phil Castle, shout out.
yeah, Phil
Love that guy.
Castle, he's an awesome dude.
And so like what is your like what's your system for following up on these quotes right now? Just because I'm trying to be better. All I have so far is like I block schedule time
Yeah,
to call high ticket quotes. Like,
right.
but I will blow it off
Yeah,
for
I
something
know.
else and I shouldn't be.
Yeah. No, it's definitely a weak point for me too, but it's something I've been working on. I like the automation that Jobber uses to follow up on quotes.
So what do you have set up for that? I know it'll do two on its own, right?
Yeah. And like mine is set up. I don't know if we want to look in the settings now, but
I
if
have
we
a third
go,
automation. Like, do you
okay,
have anything like that? I have a third quote follow up that goes out a month after
a month
and
after.
offers a to pay the GST.
Oh, okay.
So like a little, hey, it's been a month, like the quote's probably dead,
Yeah.
but if price was an issue, we'd love to pay the GST and get this job done,
Okay.
basically. I
Yeah.
don't know.
That's cool.
I've had a few people take me up on it. So
Yeah, because sometimes, yeah, that can still be like a really live lead.
I don't know, even if it was like 5 jobs, that was still 5 jobs that maybe I never had.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Email
it's
invoice
automated.
messages. So if
Yeah,
we
do
go into
you
quotes,
yeah, quotes, quote approval.
notifies it when the quote is sent,
Yeah,
and then the quote approval.
yeah.
It doesn't say anything about it actually
I
sending
think it's a
a
different
thing.
I think it's in a different assessment reminder.
Uh,
You could try Client Hub maybe.
yeah, maybe in the client hub.
Quote appro-
Your scroll is opposite of what I usually
Oh,
do.
sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that like a gaming thing?
I know. I don't know. I don't know. I just think it was like that.
Okay.
That's funny.
Oh no, it's not. I just was being weird for a sec.
I think
Yeah, this is
I'm
already into approval.
yeah, I'm
But
pretty sure. Where would it be here?
yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to look
I'm
into it.
pretty sure it has two automated follow-ups.
Yeah.
Is that, and you probably haven't changed it.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
It's,
So really it's just a manual process
yeah.
that we're having to do. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think there's
But I love that you can send quotes via text.
yes.
I do that whenever possible because
Okay.
like people who knows when they get to their email, right? Like I'm sending quotes to a lot of contractors and stuff.
Those go to
I know
email.
I'm
Yeah.
personally busy. I'm
Yeah,
not always in the office. If I see an email come in, I'm like, oh, I'll look at that when I'm sitting down. I'm ready to actually respond.
absolutely.
But if you get a text, you're looking at that almost right away.
Totally.
And
And even
then
a
I'm
guy
getting,
like Phil. Phil's not an office guy.
no,
He's like on the go. He's
yeah,
swinging a
exactly.
hammer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So like he's busy. He can immediately go into his phone and look at the quote and then talk with his client. And that's real-time information. He might actually be with the client right then and there. Be like, oh,
Yeah.
Legends Stoneworks quote just came in.
Can you tell me about some of these custom fields?
Yeah.
So how did they hear about us? Obviously, that's the referral source. You're
Yeah.
just entering that manually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So entering that in manually. So like a lot of this stuff doesn't get really dialed in
The job.
until we get the job.
Gotcha. So you don't have
So if we go into edit, then you can see all the fields I have.
yes.
So like I have client notes, how they hear about us, the budgeted hours.
Yes, we do this too.
Yeah, so I put that in.
We do
The
material. We do hours and material is a custom field.
material budget.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like how much did I quote for material?
Oh,
Yeah. And
okay.
I'm not the best at always filling it out. I'm a bit of a cowboy, but
Yeah.
my estimator is really good at it and I need to be better.
I like having all the information because like we'll have
What's
stuff
extras?
here. Extras is basically anything that we don't usually do. For example, I was just in Langley yesterday and we offered to take on the whole scope of the fireplace. So we did all the framing
Oh, cool.
for it. We
So
put
you're
it
like,
in
hey guys,
there.
we're doing framing.
Yeah.
Bring your hammers.
Yeah, so I did the framing because I don't usually go on the tools, but like I
Yeah.
got a bit of experience with
Okay,
it.
that's
So we
cool.
hammered that out
Huh.
together. We put in the electric fireplace, and then this weekend I'm gonna make a mantle for them.
Nice.
It just kind of
Nice.
helps if you can take on more of the scope
Sure.
because
Then
it's
they
less
hire one
headache for
trade.
everything. Yeah.
Site super homeowner is just who
Yeah,
you're
so
working
like
for.
this would be we're working for Phil Castle, but I want to know who the homeowner's
For
like
sure.
phone number is.
Yeah.
And the guys need to know that. And they need to know
Great
how they're
custom
gonna get
field.
in the house. Is there a door code? Is there any weird rules like don't let the cat out kind of thing? Like
That's a
um
great one. I'm adding that one in.
yeah.
We would maybe write it in the notes, but I think this is better.
Yeah. And like I try to use both. So like
But this, I think having the custom field prompts you to
mhm,
put the info in
exactly.
instead of having nothing and going, oh, I got to remember to put that in notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So like this is basically like a long form version of like I'm like, oh, I should have all the thing in. So the guys,
Rain screen.
so I do total square footage for the job, and then once the guys finish the job, we want to make sure that it hasn't changed. So
Interesting.
we're measuring the job probably 3 or 4 times
Wow.
because like I charge based on square footage.
Sure.
A lot of times I'm basing my quote off of plans that have been made and sometimes
Yes.
change. So as soon as my guys get on site, they're measuring again.
I love
Do we
this.
have enough material? Are we going to run into anything?
And you get on site, all of a sudden the square footage is a bit larger.
Yeah. Then
You
boom,
send
that's
a
a
change
change order
order.
right away.
I love
And
this.
then we're
I
not
love
coming to the end of the job and surprising the client with
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
we're short on stone. This is going to cost you more money, and we're only realizing it now. And the stone's back ordered for 1 month. There goes like the whole timeline for the job, right?
So
And just
good. And
make
what a
them
way
move.
to keep like know your numbers and your costs perfectly.
Yeah.
Right? There's no funny business about it. Hey,
No.
the drawings you sent me,
Yeah.
500 square feet.
Yeah.
I'm here. There's 800 now.
Yeah. And I can show them my takeoffs exactly because I highlight it
Oh,
with
that's so good. I love that.
what we're doing. So,
And the way you price your work, is it, I always imagine you would do something like a certain price per square footage based on the difficulty of the stone.
yeah, exactly.
I love that.
There's this
I love it.
one
What a great
I
business.
like it makes me want to pull my hair out. There's this one stone type. It's
Sure.
called micro ledge.
Okay.
Just the sound of it, just picture tiny little ledge stones,
Okay.
like literally this big, and you're putting in like all these like picture like trying to build like a stone wall with Lego. Basically, it's just like every single one has to be individually mortared and
Wow.
placed
Wow.
and
Okay.
added
So
up.
yeah.
So like
So
obviously we're
very
gonna charge
expensive.
a
Yeah.
lot more labor for something like that.
And would you ever have this sort of pricing using the Jobber online booking? Like, would you allow that? Like, what if I just want to book? I guess the client wouldn't know what to book though,
Yeah,
right? They wouldn't know, oh, I have micro ledge. I have to choose the very
yeah,
expensive one. So
yeah,
that,
they wouldn't really know that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'd like
yeah.
to talk to you more about like online booking because that's another thing that I want to
You would need
kind of
to
like get
dumb it
into.
down and simplify it. Like, I don't know, are most
Between
fireplaces
I'd probably
pretty similar?
I'd probably put it between like do you want brick or stone kind of
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
And then we can kind of
And you know
like
what? It
hone things in from there.
maybe people don't even fully book it online, but at least there's pricing on there and they can get an idea.
Yeah.
Hey, I have this huge fireplace. Like I don't know that, they don't know what it's going to cost, but at least they could go on your online booking and go
They'll
click,
get
click,
a
click, 500 square feet, because
yeah,
you
they'll
could put
get a
it
general
in,
idea.
they would totally get, yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere close.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What I really love with Jobber is all the optional items that you can
Yeah.
do. So the way that we've set ourselves apart is basically giving the client options. So recently, I've helped like a developer save 50% on their materials by
Wow.
going with a different material. So like
Okay.
there's thousands of different like stone and brick types out there.
Yeah. So
Most
did
of
they
them,
come to you with the stone and you're
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah,
I'll price that, but
yeah.
this
But
other
here,
stone kind of looks the same and it's half the price.
exactly.
Yeah, okay.
And so here's an optional
Wow.
item. Do you want to save like over this project? It's 3 townhomes.
Yeah.
I saved them like $30,000.
Okay.
So,
I love it. And so
um,
yeah, you're using the options on here. I haven't
yeah, and
usually,
guaranteed that's why we got the job. I
yeah,
don't have
for
to
sure.
cut my labor costs because I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But
And
I can save you way more. A lot of times you're paying more for the materials than you are for labor anyways.
yep,
So
yep,
like, like I might have the room to move like $1 or $2 per square foot, but like this stuff is literally $8 a square foot cheaper.
totally.
And it's the same product.
I love that.
So
I love that.
I've been using that to kind of help
So why
set ourselves apart.
why is the sealant an option in this case? Just because I'm curious.
Yeah, in this case, I think a lot of people like doing this themselves.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Um, but
It's
like,
something easy and simple they
yeah,
can do, and if they
yeah,
want to save $350, they can.
yeah.
Okay.
And so like what we do is like especially anytime we're working with like this is like a cream white colored stone. It's a backsplash. So like picture spilling some wine on your counter. You don't want that to get like stain your nice stone
For sure.
backsplash wall. So like I probably shouldn't make it optional. I should be like, you have to do this.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But
Usually I use
really,
options because a client is, they have like the honey-do list of electrical around their house.
yeah,
Like, oh, now that I think about it, well, I have you.
yeah,
This light doesn't work. They're just like, it'd be nice to change all my plug and plates.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'll just put an optional item on there
Yeah.
for you.
And I like how it doesn't add to the total. So
Yeah.
it's not this huge shock when the client gets it. Be like, oh, like that's actually a great price. And if I think I can afford to add this and this and this, or like I say, like
Yeah.
I actually want to save this much money, so I'm gonna select this instead of that.
Yeah.
And
I know some people are using it for, good, better, best pricing. I haven't done that yet, but
yeah,
I do want to try it. but I just never, it's not like an electrical thing.
No,
Like, hey, I'm going to install your panel. Here's the good panel,
yeah,
here's the better panel, and here's the best.
yeah,
But there are some now, they're coming out with like a smart panel.
yeah,
So I
right,
can actually have the price for this really fancy, expensive smart panel
yeah,
and then the regular old boring electrical panel.
totally,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think it's a good way of just giving people options. So
All right. Love it.
yeah,
Love it. And then, so if when your clients are approving these quotes,
hmm,
are you like now, do you do production still? Or like who does production at Legends?
his name is Tunger.
Okay.
He's from Germany.
And do you guys, oh, I remember this guy. I remember you telling me about
Yeah,
this guy actually. And
yeah.
then, do you guys have a handoff email or do you just use the Jobber handoff email?
So now I use Jobber
Okay.
exclusively. I've kind of like partnered it up with another app called Trello.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we
Yep.
keep job
Love
like,
it.
and it's a really simple way for him to kind of see,
All your jobs
like he only has to
on
focus on one column,
yeah,
and like these are our approved quotes,
yeah.
the deposit's been in, the material's been ordered. Here's the job tuner. You can see all the information on Jobber here. It's ready to
So
book.
when someone approves a quote, is the you or the office pre-ordering the material? It's
Yeah,
actually not him.
that's on me.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Because a lot of times some of this stuff like won't actually be in stock for like a month or two or something like that. So
Also, and I'm thinking about that from electrical standpoint. You don't want the production guy having to like kind of guess at the material in
yeah,
a way.
yeah. Because I know the numbers and I know like all the ins and
Mm,
outs. I've been to the site, so
interesting.
um,
Okay. And then
yeah.
have you changed the jobber handoff email? Or is it just the stock one? Like thanks for approving the quote.
Yeah, like
Like, do
it.
you ever put his info in there? Like, hey, Bob's gonna be reaching out for scheduling or anything
That's what
like.
I've been trying to do with like the actual client hub, but it's more I've been like customizing like when we actually book you. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Tuner and Tate are gonna be coming
Okay.
Monday morning at 7:30 in the morning, like,
Yeah. Do you
and
do the first booking? Like, would you be booking that or would he?
he would be doing
Oh,
it.
he would be. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he does all my scheduling and stuff like that
Yeah.
for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a handoff email that is the trigger is essentially when a quote is approved. So
Okay.
either we approve it in Jobber or they approve it and pay their deposit.
Okay.
Ideally, that's how it happens.
Yeah. And then they're
Um,
ordering all the material that they're gonna need.
So as soon as someone approves the quote, I have like a Zapier automation that sends an email and it CCs me, the client, and Jeff, who does our production. And it's like, thanks for approving that quote. I'm handing this off to Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff's in charge of this. He's going to take this the rest of the way,
Yeah.
right? It allows the sales team to like be free, I
Yeah.
find, and go get the next job.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I also write in there like, here's Jeff's email, his phone number, his hours,
Yeah.
and Jeff will be reaching out to get this in the calendar.
Right.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I love that. The reason I don't use jobbers is because you can't CC people. I don't believe.
Yeah.
It's just a very simple email. So I just
Yeah.
built my own, but
Okay.
I love that one. And then Jeff sort of knows like, all right, time to step up. I'm on deck,
Yeah.
and we're out kind
Yeah,
of.
that is a good feeling. It's just okay, like now we're on to the next one.
And I also
Have to
think
look at the next
if
job
you
for the
paid like
boys.
a $5,000 deposit, like you would want that email right away.
Yeah.
And not the next day or 2 days
Hmm.
later. It's
Yeah.
like instant.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
that's cool. All right.
Yeah. What else did I want to see? Yeah, I wanted to touch base basically on the reviews. We did that.
Yep.
Love that. And then
You doing
yeah,
anything cool in the jobs once it's a job or pretty
yeah.
standard stuff? What about job forms? Are you guys filling these out daily on site at all?
So that's something that I made, but it hasn't really been used.
Got it. And
And
is
that's mostly because like the you can't use it very well within the app. Like you have to go into actually Jobber Online to do it to get access to those forms.
are you sure about that?
That's how it was when I first made them.
I think job forms are like fully made to be done on the app. I'm pretty sure of it.
Okay.
I think my guys do them every day on the app.
Okay.
Yeah, the idea of a job form is like the end of the day checklist. So your guys
Yeah.
can like whip their phone out and be like, did we clean up? Did
Yeah.
we say bye to the client? Did we lock up? Boom, boom,
Exactly.
boom.
So like that,
Oh,
this
you
is
built
like
them in
I
here.
built it in here.
Oh,
So
wow.
so we'll have the end of a job checklist, but then they need to even have permissions to be able to edit the job.
Okay, you should look into this.
Yeah.
You should look into this. And the other thing about job forms I always tell people is if you really want them to do it, I would tie it into a bonus plan. I would just be like, hey, we're gonna bonus you based on your gross margin.
Yeah.
And if you hit your gross margin goal, you're gonna get, say, $1,000 per quarter.
Yeah.
But if you don't fill out your job form, it's minus $50.
Oh, okay.
And so if I see
Per
job
job?
forms per time,
Yeah, yeah.
per day,
Yeah.
and so they will become, I call it, they will become elite soldiers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
literally will do it every day. They'll never miss it
No.
because they know it's $50. And
Yeah.
if they do miss it, they're mad at themselves. They're not
Right.
mad at you.
Yeah.
So I would build something like that in if you ever wanted to.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd
Um,
do that for sure.
because man, when they do that, like one of our things is like all the electrical has been tested and is working.
Yeah.
So like we literally never have a call where a client is like, "Hey, you guys were here and this plug doesn't work."
Yeah.
Because it's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, did you check that checklist?
Yeah.
Did someone go check?" And so they will go around with their plug tester and test every single plug.
Yeah.
So zero
Yeah.
callbacks, right?
Exactly.
Ideally, you want zero callbacks.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Okay, so you got it in custom fields. Just
I got it in
another
custom
way of doing
fields.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, we should look at those job forms because that'd be sweet. So one thing that I really love that we've done is let's look at another job that we're on. We are at this job right now. So we've got the budgeted hours. So every day my guys need to leave 5 notes.
Yes.
So the
Love it.
first one was like, what was the goal?
Yes.
Second
Oh, the
one,
goal. So the goal here was to get this done in a day, essentially.
yeah,
Goal. Yeah.
second goal was like what was actually done.
Okay.
Third is like
Love this.
what are like some like setbacks or like things that you ran into that
Wow.
happened today.
I love it. So do
And
they work
then-
till 4 p.m. essentially?
Yeah, we're basically like a 7:30 to 3:30.
Okay, so he's really ending his day and doing this.
Yeah. So this has to be done.
This would also be tied into the bonus for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is amazing they're doing it without
Yeah.
that because a lot of guys wouldn't, like a lot of
No.
companies would say, my guys would never do that.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
classic.
Yeah. But Tunger's on it because like he's the one that's doing all the scheduling. He's
Sure.
like, how do I know where to schedule you?
Yeah,
if I
yeah.
don't know where the job's at.
We have something similar.
Right.
We have an automated text that goes out at the end of the day to the crew.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, do you need more material? Did you finish? Do we need to, it's
Yeah.
basically these, but it's just an automated text. So this is cool too.
This is nice because everyone can see it. I can
Most,
see.
yeah. Most jobber users would put this in job forms, but
Oh, okay.
job forms are a little bit hidden. Like you'd
Right.
have to go to the visit.
Right.
Like you'd have to go into here.
And then
Hit-
go into the
and
forms.
Yeah, I guess it's 2 clicks.
Yeah.
Right. But whatever. Yeah, I like how yours is visible there. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And then there's always a picture as well.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
like I think this is the fifth one is like how many like man hours or days do we need to get finished this job?
Love
So
it.
right away, my like operations manager, he's not to think about like based on that photo or like what I think he got done today. I think there's this much left. Like right away, he knows. It's like
And this picture are you using for social media at all?
yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
like we use them for social media. You can upload videos
is
on here
great.
too. So like we've been doing a lot more time lapses
Sick.
because like
Yeah.
this-
Your business is made for it.
yeah, what we do is like very visually appealing. Like
Totally. Especially
if-
a time lapse.
if I
Very
find
satisfying.
myself watching like pressure washing videos at like midnight,
Yeah.
because it's like so visually appealing,
Yeah.
why wouldn't it like be this way with snow?
Totally.
When you can see such a huge difference between a before and after. So
Love it.
We're really trying to lean into that and starting to upload a bunch of those like onto our YouTube and social media.
Totally.
Like that too.
This is like, Jobber, can we have a feature? These photos are locked away in here and they're annoying to get out. right? You got to click on this. You got
Yeah.
to maybe right click, save
Save image
image,
as.
put it in your social media. It's a nightmare. Like somehow, some way, these photos have to get out of here easier and into
Yeah.
our social media platforms where we can post them.
Yeah.
They're locked away in here, and there's so much good stuff in here.
Yeah.
Like even I'm not a stone guy. I love these are awesome.
Yeah.
These could be sent to the client. This is another thing. If your guys fill out a job form
Hmm.
and the pictures are part of that custom job form,
Yeah.
you can email this straight to the client.
Yeah, all these are as well. So
Yeah.
like if you do anything in the notes, like once I email, like I'm taking photos for the guys. So now like look at this before and after that I'm gonna have
Yeah.
for them. And
Yeah.
I send this right with the invoice. Be like,
Love it. I do
remember
too.
when your favorite place was like this? And look at it now. So that's really cool for people to see.
This is sick.
Yeah. So
Love it.
yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
And
that's how
then
we're using Jobber. And like I say, my key account manager with Jobber, Ian, I meet with him every week. And like his goal, every month, I mean, is like, how can we be using Jobber better to help make you more money or save you more time? And a lot of those are combined all the time.
Naughty, are you doing all the invoicing?
I am,
You
yeah,
are doing all the invoicing. Do you
yeah.
guys have an admin at all?
I have a bookkeeper.
You have a bookkeeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but she does a lot for me, not just bookkeeping. Like
Okay.
she does job costing.
Yeah,
She
she
does.
like your job costing, I don't know.
Yeah, so Jobber does it pretty well now as
Nice.
well, which
Sick.
I like to be able to see.
Yeah.
But
Is she taking this and putting it in a spreadsheet or something for you?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we use like Excel basically
Sure.
because we don't get to chart like have our
Yeah.
expenses very well unless it's manually entered. So like if my guys, if we scroll down here.
Yeah,
If they pick up something from my warehouse, then they're gonna add it into
they do. Okay.
expenses.
Yeah.
So like I buy mortar in bulk because we go through thousands of bags of that. If they take it out of the warehouse, it gets clocked in as an expense, which
Okay.
is great.
Good. Yeah.
But they're not gonna know how much like the stone costs,
How
for
come the
example.
stone is not getting entered as an expense?
Because I'm not entering it properly when I do the quote. So if we go back to the quote,
Or what about when you buy it for this job though? Boom,
yeah,
the job got approved. You're now
I'm
ordering
ordering
the
it.
stone,
I
and then
could put
how
it in there
come?
as an
Yeah.
expense.
So, okay, this is brand new. Jobber has me on a pilot program
Okay.
where all our wholesaler receipts get forwarded to Jobber now,
Oh,
and they put them in here.
really?
Yes. So that
Wow.
is coming, and I did check. They said I was allowed to talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah, you won't have to do it manually
Yeah, that'd be
anymore.
awesome.
Jeff used to basically every morning just enter the receipts. He would just
Yeah.
sit down and be like, "Okay, what did we buy?"
Wow.
I enter, and if the guys use their visas, they enter them.
Okay.
That's the only time they would enter them.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that'd
yeah,
be really
yeah.
helpful because that would save a lot of time. And I like seeing real time because sometimes we're on,
Because that looks great, 70% gross
yeah, but it's
margin, but
not
it's
what we're
not.
actually making
No.
because you don't have the materials in there, which is the
And
biggest
then,
expense. But if I went into the quote, I always know what my stone price is gonna be because I've quoted it, right?
yeah, and
And so
it's always,
I could be marking it as like in here you can
yeah,
have your unit cost and how
totally.
much you're marking it up. So you could put it in as your cost
Yeah,
and
totally. I
then
don't use this feature, but this is kind of built for you in a way.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So
Interesting. But
that's
yeah, I when you put in the order and you get the receipt, like I would just be like, boom, I mean, eventually it looks like Jobber's gonna do it for you anyways.
yeah,
Or AI, like I think we're close to the point where AI will just be like, it'll know
yeah,
and it'll just do it for us.
yeah.
I'm
That'd be
kind of
really
waiting.
nice.
Yeah, because now you could look at jobs. Like if you go to jobs,
Hmm.
actually go to reports and then one-off jobs right there. Right here, you would be able to see like legit numbers.
Yeah. So like we're probably like yeah, a good 30% below that
Yeah,
because
for
that's
sure.
basically like our target
And
for our materials is about 35%.
and this is just, that's the last 30 days, but you can go like this year, apply, and you can say I want to do closed.
Yeah.
closed,
Yeah, you
right?
have
And then
that
it
really
comes
dialed
down.
in.
Yeah, you could like and I'm just a numbers gross margin super nerd.
Yeah.
And so like when we get to the end of the year, I don't even Jeff's like, "Do you want to meet with the bookkeeper?" I'm like, "No, I already
I already
know.
know.
I already know how the year went, so it's kind
Yeah.
of a waste of my time."
And
So
you kind of need the information in real time. So,
I keep an eye on ours is 50%.
yeah.
And so I know if we're built up as much as we should be, not
Yeah.
like lagging,
Yeah.
it should be around 50. And I know roughly we are running a healthy company. And
Yeah.
my stress level lowers.
Yeah. Totally.
Like if we invoice 100 grand a month or more at a 50% gross margin, I know that 50 grand left over is enough to pay all of our fixed expenses
Yeah.
plus a little profit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So when I see invoicing below 100 grand or gross profit below 50,
Yeah.
then I'm like, hey, what's going on
Yeah.
here? So
What job is that for? And you can start narrowing it down.
yeah,
But you got to make those decisions real time because
I just
that's
like
not
I
happening.
check on it weekly and then I kind of know like, are we running a healthy business or not? If
Yeah.
we're not, okay, let's make some changes
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly. Yeah.
Man,
No,
that's
that's really
so
good.
cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how you use Jobber differently or what you use more or less.
Yeah.
Because I just love seeing how other guys do it and always want to learn how to use it more. Because like it feels like almost weekly now, Jobbers come out with new features and different pilots and this and that, and it's just like, oh man, like
I can't keep up
yeah,
on it. And I'm a Jobber super nerd.
yeah,
I'm a Jobber super nerd, and you even showed me a few things that I think I'm going to implement,
yeah,
right? And so now I'm seeing how valuable this was. Like, even though I think I know everything about Jobber, but I don't really. Like, I
yeah.
like to see how other
It's
people are
just
using
it's
it.
so versatile that like people can really use it to exactly what they need for their line of work, right? Because everyone's so different.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I think we cut this because I
yeah,
think that was a perfect little our first podcast episode. We'll
yeah,
call it. Um,
totally.
Guys, definitely check out Jobber if you want to run your business more smoothly, and check out Legends Stoneworks if you're in the Chilliwack area or any Abbotsford, probably Hope. I'm imagining too,
Yeah,
Cultus
well,
Lake, probably.
we work wherever our clients are. So Fraser
Okay,
Valley,
that's
we'll go
awesome.
into Vancouver for you. And yeah, definitely check out Van City Electric too. And specifically Corey, I like how you like phrase yourself as like a nerd in these kind of like systems and stuff like that. So I'm excited to learn more about what you've been doing lately.
Awesome. Okay, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, thank
See
you.
ya.